Well, hello everybody. This is Molly, and I want to share with y'all some quick and easy steps on how to print and cut with your new Explorer from Cricut. I am not a professional. I'm not paid or trained by Cricut, but I've watched a bunch of videos online. I've learned some things, and I want to share them with you so you might can get ahead of the game. I hope you got a new Explorer recently. I love mine. Anyway, now we are assuming at this point you've already unpacked it, you've plugged it in, you've signed up for your account on Cricut Design Space, and you're ready to go. Now you probably already know how to cut designs out from Cricut Basic. I'm not advertising this, so don't, I don't want to put an advertisement up. But anyway, that you already know how to cut your basics on Cricut, but you need to learn how to use your Explorer to get the most out of it. So I want to show you these quick steps. Now, the first thing we're going to do to print and cut, in other words, we're going to download some pictures, get them ready to cut out the part of them we want, and then cut them. So we're going to go to Cricut Design Space. You have to be signed into your account so that you can actually function. You do have to be connected to a computer. Okay, then we're going to go over here. I'm going to use my finger as well as the pointer to show you where it says Create New Project. We're going to click on that. Once this screen comes up, let me see if I can scooch this thing over just a little bit so you can get a better thing. I have a big monitor and I can't get too far away and you still see, so I'm sorry. Normally, under your basics, you would insert image. I'm going to show you my images. See, they'll come up, hopefully, at some point. So how's the family? You had a good Christmas, I hope. Everything went well for you. Okay, you can see my artwork has come up. These are some things that I have already got ready for print and cut, or have printed and cut. And then you can see my other images. A lot of them are free from Cricut, and then a lot of them are ones that I have purchased. Like I purchased these flowers from Anna Griffin. You see the little thing spinning, so lots more of my artwork there. So normally you would be just hitting one of these items, inserting it onto the board, and it would come up, and it's a traditional Cricut cut. You can edit it easily and all that kind of stuff. But if I'm going to get rid of that, if you want to upload and print something like you saw in the beginning of this little video, I want to show you how to do that. You would click Upload Image off to the side here. Instead of Insert, you would hit Upload, and then you're going to do a basic upload. And this is just giving you an outline. Select, clean, and save. That's all you got to do. 3 easy steps. So we're going to go to where it said continue. So we're on step 1 now. You can see the word browse right here. The rest of this stuff is kind of a light gray because you can't use it yet. The first thing you have to do is pick your picture out. So hopefully you already know how to right click on images on the internet. Most programs allow you to right click on a picture, you hit save image as, save it as a JPEG file or a PNG file, and put it in whatever folder you'd like. Well, I'm going to look on my computer. I'm going to look on, hold on just a second. In my file, I happen to have a external hard drive. I've got all my pictures on. So this is my Christmas pictures. So you can see a lot of pictures. So let's see what we want to cut. I've already cut this Santa, but we're going to cut him again. I'm just going to click him, open him, and you can see where he came up on the screen. So I just double clicked him on my program. Yours may be a single click. And he came up as my picture. Now you can see he's got pretty distinctive differences here between black and white or black and red. It'll be easy for Cricut to find an outline to cut, but you're going to see here where there's not a lot of difference between the white and the white of the background and the white of his beard. That'll throw your program. If ever you have two colors real close together that the colors are a lot alike, you're going to have to learn how to build a little dam between them so Cricut can find it. Now you have a choice. Do you want to work with this picture as a simple image with very basic colors? Moderately complex, meaning Cricut will show you fewer of the colors and allow you to do easier cuts, or very complex images where you may want to go in and really clean out some stuff and do some complex things. Those are harder to work with because it's just finer work, but there are a lot of times you're going to want that. For this lesson, we're going to just go to moderate And it won't show me all the colors on my picture, but it'll show me most of them. We're going to continue to step 2. And then you need to learn this screen. It's easy. It's just like the tools you have sitting beside you on your desk. This one helps you select and delete certain areas. I'm going to click on it, select and delete. And now look, I'm going to just bring my cursor. Can you see it right there? And the white's gone. I'm going to bring it right here on this black. The black's gone. Almost all the black. Maybe you can still see that little black line on there. But that's how easy it is to clean an image up. Now you can see where I'm cleaning away the black and the white where there's distinct differences, a good outline. That's easy. But if you go right here and tried to clear out this white corner, oh, it took all the white out of his beard and this would not cut. So we're going to use this back button. And this is where I'm telling you, I'm going to show you real quickly how to just build a little dam, I'm saying, so that it'll know where to stop cut. We're going to go up here to the eraser tool. And we're literally going to just erase the little area so this blue and white grid shows, so that it'll put a separation between where it's going to cut, and it won't get rid of all that color for you. You can see here where you can make the eraser larger or smaller. Can you see right here? I'm making the eraser larger or smaller. If I wanted to clear big areas, ooh, I could use a big eraser and really do some cleaning up. See that? Where I made that go away? See this where I'm cleaning it out? Or if I want to do fine work, which is what I want to do now, I'm going to make that eraser smaller. Now I'm going to zoom in to my picture so I can do some more close-up work. And my eyes are not the best in the world here. Okay, so what I'm going to do is take this eraser and I'm going to just erase. Hopefully you can see what I'm doing. Some areas where there is blue and white showing. Can you see that? I'm using this eraser and I'm erasing where there's a little dam of blue and white, a little, bridge, whatever you would call it, of blue and white there between the white of his beard and the white of the background. Over here, can you see where my cursor is here? I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to create a little bridge between the white of the background and the white of his beard. Now, when I go back to up here, when I go back to the quick select and delete, and I clicked on this area, it left the white in his beard because it had a breaking point. Okay, now I'm going to go back here. Can you see that little bit of black down there? And I'm going to do some fussy work and clean that out. And the more I clean, the easier it is for Cricut to do a good cut. Now you can see, hopefully you can, I hope you can see this little black line that got left, and you'll see some areas in there that need cleaning up. Now we're going to use the erase tool, this tool up here. Now this is taking longer because I'm talking and doing it. Once you get used to doing it, woo, time flies by. It's fast, fast, fast. Okay, now let me go up a little bit on my picture. Remember, I've zoomed in. Oh, look, I've got some big area to clean here too. I'm going to go back over here to the erase tool. Just get rid of that bunch of white. I'm going to go back to the eraser. And I'm going to clean this off. Can you hopefully see where I'm cleaning that off? Now, I want to give you a couple of cautions when you use these tools. When you use the eraser tool, it is better to do it in small swipes because you can take advantage of the back button that way if you make a mistake. Let's say right here I'm doing this black line. Can you see? Oh, I hope you can see. See right here I'm erasing this black line. Well, what? Oh my God, I went away too far. Because I did it in one big fast swoop, it erased quite a bit. So when I go back, I have to re-erase all this. It'd be better on fine work if I would click here, get rid of a little, click here, get rid of a little, click here, get rid of a little, and do it like this so that if I have to go back, it's only going to go back one stroke instead of me having to go back and erase that whole area. So get in the habit, instead of trying to erase big areas all at once, to do little clicks between them when you're getting close to edges so that you don't have to do it twice. Now the other thing I want to tell you, it's going to sound odd and I don't know a better way to explain it than this. Let me go all the way down to this picture. When you are going to, I'm blowing him up so I get more area to, easier to see. When you're doing fine areas, you know how when you drive, if you look straight in front of you, you don't see what's ahead and you drive more jiggity-jaggedy and you turn the wheel a lot more often. if you look ahead, you have a smoother ride. The same is true. I played basketball, ran track, whatever. You look at where you want the ball to go. You don't look at the end of your hand or anything. You look at where you want the ball to go, and your eyes will help you direct your arm and hand to where it's going to go. So while you're moving this thing, if you're looking at the cursor itself, you're going to be much more jiggity-jaggedy. Let me go up here where you might see. Can you see right here? If you look at the cursor itself and try to control the edge with it, it's going to be slower for you and jiggity-jaggedy. What you want to do is look ahead of where you want the cursor to go. And then when you move your mouse, you'll get a much faster control. And you can scroll it to a prettier line. Ooh, okay, that one came. Why is it going back? What in the heck is that doing? Okay, so if that made any sense to you at all, look where you're going, and you'll get a smoother line. If you look at where the cursor is and try to cut, it'll get a little jiggity-jaggedy. You'll get better and better at it as you go. Okay, so we've got him pretty well cleaned up, and what you want to do here, do this so you can see where your cut line is. Hopefully you can see there's some little red marks here. I want to go in there and clean those up because there's no reason. Okay, let me see if you can see that. Can you see those little red marks right there that I left? So we want to go in there and clean those up so that the Cricut doesn't struggle. Anybody here remember where they were? Okay, I can't see them. Let me go back out. Oh yeah, see, they're gone. So we got them. Oh, there's one right down here at the crick of his beard. So I'm going to go down here and try to clean that up. Okay, we got rid of that. And see right here, there's how fine those cuts are going to be. Ooh, well, you can't see. Hold on just a second. I'm working down here, sorry. See where these cuts are real fine? The Cricut is actually going to cut all those little parts. If you want a smoother cut, you're going to have to go in, and I don't know if you can see it, but get rid of that little hair and see that smoothed out the cut right there. Okay. We'll go up and see how we did up there. Did pretty good. Okay, now the only area we got a little fuzzy is right here. Let me see if I can get there. Did you see when I turned the eye on? I'll show you. It's a little jaggedy right there, and I'll show you what I mean by the eye. I'm going to just clean that up just a little with that eraser. Okay, so I'm going to go to the eye, and let me zoom out for you. So go to the eye. What the heck is she talking about? You'll notice over here there's this eye. You can toggle it on and off, and it'll show you where your cut lines are. See, so you can see how smooth and all your cut is. It's a really good thing to remember. If you had wanted to get rid of part of sand in the middle, let's say you wanted to cut out this holly. I'm going to go in here, and I'm going to do, I'm going to get rid of this holly, I think. Now I'm going to look at my eyeball, and you can see where it's going to try to cut all that. So I'll need to go in there and clean that up. I don't want to get rid of all my holly, so I'm going to put it back by hitting the back button. Right up here, I hit the back button and I put him back. But that's how, let's say you wanted to get rid of these things. We're still under here. I could go here, hit this, and see it got rid of those holly berries. Can you see there? It got rid of those holly berries. Now I could hit the eye, and it'll show you, it'll cut those things out. So you can remove little intricate parts inside and all that you want to change. Okay, we've got Santa pretty well cleaned up. How easy was that, really? You just go in there, you use this button to select and delete large areas, and you use this eraser part for the other ones. Now I always crop, this crop button right here, I always crop, because that becomes important when you want to do it on your layout. I want to have as little of a surrounding area as I can. You may not see it here, but you will when we put it on our mat. As little area as possible so I can make as big a cut as I want to. Okay, continue to step 3. Now, we want to save him. You want to save him a name, and can you see those little red lines around there? It's showing you where it's going to cut. Now, when you save him, just save him a name that you're going to be able to find him when you're hunting for him later. Something that makes sense to you. I'm going to say Santa, but I'm going to put face because I'm going to have a bunch of Santas in there. Now, you may want to do tags when you're looking for certain keywords. Santa, Christmas, you may want him to come up in all of Christmas, jolly, if I'm looking for something that's in the jolly mood. So just put your keywords that you want to search with. And then we're going to save the image, and hopefully it won't take too long, just depending. Okay, and what you'll see is, well, dadgummidum, there is that little Santa down there. He has been added to my cut files. He's part of my artwork collection now. I didn't have to pay for him. I downloaded him free from the internet. Thank God for Pinterest and all those wonderful people. So now I'm going to click on this, and I'm going to hit Insert Image, and he's going to show up on my mat. Now he shows up however big he was, which he was little. Now, here's another tip that y'all need to remember. If you are using Google Chrome, let me go up with my camera a little bit, Google Chrome as your internet search window, oh, I'm so sorry, I'm messing this thing up, as your internet search window, you're going to want to remember that your mat, that your cutting area can only be 5.5 inches wide by 8 inches long. You know, 5.5 by 8.5, however you want to do it. That's the only way as big as it can be if you're using Google Chrome, 5.5 by 8. If you are using Safari, Firefox, Explorer, any of the other search engines, don't know why, I'm a Google fan, but anyway, if you're using the others, you can use a mat that is 6 by 8 inches. And when I say a mat, that's how big your cut can be. So I'm using Chrome. It was what I was using to explore with. So I have made Santa 5.5 inches wide, and he is 6 inches, 6.25 inches tall. So he should be okay. But I'm going to just make him a little bigger so I can show you something. Okay, so when I hit go, oh, it brought up a message. This printable image is too large for your 8.5 by 11 material. Now, Cricut, if you're watching this, boy, why do you not let us cut a little bigger? But anyway, we're glad to have this, but we should be able to cut a little bigger. So it told me it was too big, so I'm going to go back in, make it back to where it's under the 5.5 mark, hit go, and this time it should let me cut. Okay, what's happening here on this screen is in a minute. The image came up, it's showing you where it's going to be on paper, it's showing you the 8.5 by 11 paper, and let me see if I can bring my dadgum things here. It's going to show you that it's a print and cut file. There's a printer picture and a cut picture, a pair of scissor picture. That means it's going to do both. If it didn't have the printer, that meant it would only cut it, and it, believe me, it wouldn't. Or if it only had the printer, then it would only print it. But it's got the print and the cut, so you're in good shape. Okay, now I'm going to hit the words down here. Let's see if I can just do this ever so easily and not mess anything up. Right here at the bottom, you'll see the words print and cut, print and continue. Excuse me, print and continue. And this is on my. Now, another thing with the Explorer, you'll hear me or other people say something about print and cut. The Explorer does not print. It will write, like write on a piece of paper, but it does not print full color printing. You must have your computer hooked up to a printer that you're going to print with wirelessly or, you know, by USB cord, but you're going to print on your printer. So I'm going to hit the word print. You saw that it's my HP printer comes up. Hopefully I've got it loaded with paper. And this has already changed to the next screen where you can see it went back to where it's showing me. So the next thing I'm going to do is load. Okay, I'm going to move the camera. Oh gosh, I hope I don't tear this up. So now while that's printing, which you can hear, see it's printing, came out of the printer just now. I'm going to roll right over here. I'm going to try and get you down, put you down. You're small and silly. Okay, no, I'm going to put you down, hold on, so that you'll be in line with the Cricut. Okay, hopefully that's in better shape for the Cricut. So now the image has come out of the printer. See how cute? He's so cute. Now I made him big, but you can make him any size you want. This thing cuts like a dream. Okay, we're going to mount him on the mat. Mount him on the mat. And what you're going to see is, you know where it said continue? The load button on the, right here, this button is flashing and it's telling me to load. I'm going to load it. And then this button is flashing. It says cut. It's the little C for Cricut. And it says cut. And this machine is going to start. Let's see if I can show you. It's pulling the paper in and out. And it's going to show you, it's looking for these registration marks. Hopefully you can see those little black marks on the paper. And it's looking for those registration marks. Now this might have seemed like it's taken quite a few minutes with us, but when you get to be doing this yourself at home. It goes fast. I mean, you just learn how to boop, 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 take that background off, take just what you want. It's amazing what it will cut. You saw those cuts earlier, and I'm going to get up and see if I can grab some to show you while this is cutting without knocking the thing over, to show you how intricate it is. Great cut. The other thing I want to mention, if you'll see these lines around here that are kind of broad, the other thing I love about the Cricut is it puts those, it tries to find a color that'll make a good edge, and it adds a little bit around there like a fade line. So if it gets off on the cut just a fraction, it's got something where it's still colorful, so it's making a better cut. Okay, let me show you some cut. While that's cut, I'm going to grab some things here. Okay, here I am again. Hold on. Now that's just cutting, so I'm going to talk over it if you don't mind. When I said it cuts smoothly, I downloaded this ATC as a picture. Now I've printed it so you can see it, but what I'm talking about, it's a picture in my file on the computer. You can see it's full color. It's got that thing that says Lang Syne, however you pronounce it, on there, and you can see it. I went in. Now the other thing you can see on it, we're just using the Explore today, but I use Adobe Photoshop as well too. See that little New Year's fella with the horn on there? I went in Adobe Photoshop and I took him off, and I replaced him with the little Cupid doll. Why I'm in love with Cupids this year, I don't know. Anyway, so I stuck the little Cupid on, and then I downloaded the picture, if you know how to do that with Photoshop. If not, we can do that as another program. But I went into Photoshop, and look what I left on there was the Lang Syne, however you pronounce that, and the notes, and see how it cut around the notes and everything. Isn't that, cut the little ribbon flowing behind the fellow and all? Isn't that darling? Cut around the holly, and I put a, I was able to put a Cupid doll there. I don't know why I'm in love with Cupid dolls. Okay, so this is he's ready. It's telling me to unload. I'm going to unload this big mama. Pull that away. I read somewhere where it talks about don't just try to peel your thing up, bend your mat back. It was on the Cricut website. And ta-da! Okay, too easy. You go under Cricut Design Studio. Let me go back. Hold on. Let's go back. Okay, my room is tight. But it works for me. We're going to take just a second, try to get this camera back up. Okay. I'm going to go back to preview. Hold on. Well, let me just get rid of this. So remember all we did. We're closing that. I'm going to get rid of him. I'm cutting. We went under, over here, we went upload image. Basic upload. We're going to continue. We're going to hit this continue button here. We browse for our picture. We find a picture. We click it. We open it. It throws the picture in there. You can see I did a different picture. We decide we want it moderately complex. Usually it's pretty good. Come over here to continue. It throws that picture up in there, and then you're going to use these buttons to clean it up. Chook. Oh. See how easy that one was? Because there was good separation of color. So one book, and it's cleaned. Okay, we're going to go here. You're going to see what the cuts are going to be. Cool. Okay. Again, I'm going to go ahead and crop around it so I can just get as small and tight a cut as I can. Okay, I'm going to go to step 3. I'm going to save that thing. I'm going to call this Snow Family. Hold on, let me get rid of this title. I'm going to call this Snow. I'm sorry if I'm Family, and I'm not giving it any tags because I'm trying to hurry for you. I'm going to do that. Save an image. Now Cricut takes just a second, and boop, ba-da-doom, doom, doom. That is now an image I can cut. We would select it, insert it, wait for that puppy to come up. It's going to take a second. Bring it up here. Remember on Chrome, if you're using that for your Internet Explorer, 5.5 by 8.5. This one I can't go 5.5 without going 9, so I'm going to go up to 8. And it gives me 4.5. So my next step would be go. Hit the go button. That brings up this screen. Anybody timing me here? hold on, just that brings up this screen. Hopefully your internet's faster than mine. It wouldn't even be this thing. That brings up what's going to show. You would hit print and continue. I do not want to do this step, so I'm not going to. Let me see if I can get there without the mouse. You'd hit print and continue. It would come out of your printer on a white sheet of paper with these registration marks. You apply that to your mat, insert that in your machine, hit the blinking button to load the thing, hit the blinking button with the C to cut the thing, and you're done. That is how easy it is to print and cut. Jeez Louise, I love it. Okay, if you like this video, please share it. Let me know what else you want me to show you. You will notice I made some compound images, or when I'm saying compound, let me show you what I'm talking about. Okay, I don't know why, I've got a Cupid doll fetish going on right now. I'm not sure exactly why. But anyway, what I did was I'm doing a New Year's layout, can you tell? I downloaded and saved it as a picture in my computer. This vintage picture, so it's, you know, royalty free, from New Year Wishes, little ATC greeting card. Cropped it down to this area. I took in Adobe Photoshop and I outlined that, saved that part. Then I took a Cupid doll. He's holding a present in the picture that he's in. I don't see him real close to here, sorry. But he's on an ATC card and he's actually holding a present. And, you know, there's a whole background on. I cut him out on a Adobe. Adobe, the cut and clearing the background works pretty much like it does on the Explorer. Maybe one or two more steps, but not much. And then you have two separate pieces, and I just move them together on the Adobe Photoshop. I learned how to cut and layer this part and all, so that's easy enough. I mean, cut and layer in the Adobe Photoshop. And so I made a brand new piece of artwork. So I'm going to have him floating like, you know, my little Cupid angels getting drunk up there. And then I've got a pair of Cupid angels, Cupid dolls, whatever you call them, on a clock. And then I've got that lady cut out that you saw, hopefully, let's see. Oh, I can't reach, holy. The lady with the little skinny waist. Hold on just a second. I can't reach her from here without spilling stuff. See, the lady that was on this ATC, it was Christmas. I cut her out with her little thin waist, and she's going to be hanging on to the other side of the champagne glass that the Cupid doll's on. So that's going to be my New Year's Eve, you know, what I'm wishing for the new year. Do you see that? Yeah, whatever. Now this picture was another one I'm talking about. See how little separation there is in colors there? When I went to get rid of this background, it kept getting rid of her entire shirt. So I had a, you know, like a 1950s turn the pen upside down, the shirt disappeared thing. But anyway, instead, sorry, I'm rambling. Instead of doing that, I had to go in and just draw a little line right around there so that blue and white showed. You remember how we talked about that? Then I could just, boop, get rid of that background real easy. I got rid of a lot of this, but I kept the bulb and I kept the holly and all. Got rid of the high and everything. So, and all that. So, she's on there. That's how easy it is. If you like this video, please share it. Please let me know what else you want. I will be glad to show you how to use Adobe Photo Elements, the little bit I know about it. And the next thing I'm going to do on the Explorer is show you how to, oh, can you see it? If you haven't used your pen yet, this, you can write and cut. Oh my gosh, it's so easy. Okay, y'all have fun. Show me what you make. Have fun. Bye-bye.